Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of What Drives You. I'm Jane, and I'll be interviewing Carl this episode on his one of his top 30 YouTubers.
That is correct, Jane. Thank you everybody for joining another one. We're at episode 66 overall, but this series is really about the people that kind of saved me and helped me get through COVID. That's kind of the series that we're going through here. So it's not really a interview, it's more of a bio of these different channels that I like, and they're wide ranging and all over the place. But uh, Jane has kindly volunteered to ask some questions around this particular person. But let me give you a couple fun facts on this channel. It's Heavy D Sparks. Uh, he is Dave Sparks is the guy, and I've been to his place. He's got a big operation in Salt Lake City, and he is up to 4.4 million subscribers. And many of you may have seen him on. I think he was on Discovery Channel, Heavy D Sparks, but it was the Diesel Brothers was the show, and they parted ways with Discovery Channel, and I've been rocking on YouTube ever since. Their top video has over 12 million views, so pretty strong, pretty cool. If you like cars, you like adventure, you like helicopters, you like flying, you like rescuing people, Dave Sparks and Heavy D Sparks channel is your jam. What do you want to know, Jane?
What was it about the first video that you saw that pulled you in that was different from others?
Great question, Jane. I think the first one that I saw was he bought, memory serves, he bought some guy's whole entire like compound. It was an old farm with all kinds of stuff. And what was really cool is he bought it for X amount of dollars. And then basically, I don't know if you've, Jane, I think you've seen it, the show Storage Wars, where they kind of like, hey, I paid $1,000 for it. And then I sold all these pieces, ding, 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 and the calculator's going up and down. And he kind of did that same strategy around this is going to be worth this and sell this. So that really kind of caught my eye. But I had known them from Discovery Channel, so it was kind of an unfair advantage because I knew who they were from their TV show, their reality show. And I was sad to see him go off Discovery, but then when he started cranking out content on YouTube, I was like, oh, this is better. I don't have to have cable. I don't have to have Discovery. So yeah, that's kind of what caught my eye.
Very nice. Has watching this channel changed the way that you think or inspired you or influenced your hobbies at all?
I don't know about. Well, we did just buy a boat, right? So maybe we've got the bug, and then we talked today about flipping it. But
And then you
you
said
know,
no.
I said no, too much work because he's got a team of people around him that just rock and they're like working machines. But I think what he has inspired me to do is consistently create content, be diverse in my content. He does a lot of restoration stuff. He does a lot of helping of people less fortunate. Like one of their big ones was when the big snows came out to Sierra Nevadas. They brought their whole crew with these monster plows and snow blowers and everything, and helped cleared out all that time and brought them food and water. So just humanitarian things like that. I hope at some point with our channel we can get to things helping people like that, whether it's giving away money, giving away time, giving away resources. But he's kind of set up pretty high bar in diverse content, also with a helpful, a servant attitude.
And how would you describe his personality or storytelling style?
I mean, he's pretty high energy. So if you get on there, I mean, it's full stop, full motion, go, 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 go. It is not something that you probably want to watch at bedtime because it will fire you up for the most part. And he's just super high energy, and he again is just a man and a guy kind of after my own heart. Stepping back a little bit, he started as flipping cars out of his driveway, and then he opened a little car dealership, And then from there, just kind of took off into the stratosphere when he got his Diesel Brothers show. And what the show was kind of predicated on is he was a brilliant marketer. That's another thing he inspires me about, is he would fix up these old trucks, Jayne, and then once a month, if you went to his dealership website and you bought like a koozie or a t-shirt or a hat, you entered to win this truck. And these trucks at the beginning were just kind of redone older trucks, not like anything, not like $100,000. But in more later years, I mean, these trucks are worth, first of all, they're works of art because they've created them. But second of all, they're very valuable. So kind of that theme too, I would love to be able to, if we get some traction going with the OEMs, or I even thought about that for the VW truck that we've been storing in the garage for years. But yeah, he's pretty creative.
Hmm. And you said that you went to his compound. Did you meet him?
He was not there that day, unfortunately, and it's pretty secure. So basically, like a lot of these things, remember when we went down to Antique Archaeology in Nashville? They look really big on TV, and then you get there and you're like, whoop, it's this little kiosk. So it was probably like a 30 by 30 room, just basically with t-shirts, hats, kind of heavy D and heavy D Sparks and Sparks motors, um, gear and swag. And so I just went in there, kind of walked around. It is kind of cool though, because they have a viewing window so you can like see into the shop. They do close that when they're filming, but if it's just a day like the day I just pulled in there like on an afternoon, I was out visiting some customers and was driving from northern Salt Lake to southern, and I just rerouted my route, went in, was in there for like 5-10 minutes, bought a t-shirt and bolted.
Hmm. And a lot of YouTubers make creative content. So what makes him stand out enough to land in your top 30?
The giveaways, the givebacks, the helping of people, the variety. Like he found a guy that this guy, his name, I picture him. This guy owns a mountain, like a little mini mountain in Utah that he kind of adopted. Now he works for him. He's on his team, and he's been helping him restore and rebuild his compound on the top of this mountain. So the guy, I think they met because he had some cool old military vehicles that he was either buying or selling, and they met. And the guy is like almost like our friend Eugene, who's just super handy and super diverse, or Stan Windhorn, our other co-host. And they became friends, and now he works for him full time, but he still works on it. So every time to time, probably once a quarter, maybe every other month, they bring the whole team out there and they work on some amazing projects. So again, Heavy D Sparks channel, Dave Sparks, go check that out. It's he does a lot of different stuff, which is I think why he's not pigeonholed. He doesn't just buy old cars and restore them. He doesn't just go on adventures like some travel people. He does a whole bunch of different things. He bought a retired Apache helicopter that he's restored, and he goes in rescue missions and rescues people or vehicles. They've done a couple episodes, Jayne, where they found missing people, and they've gone and found their cars like sunk in rivers or quarries and found the body. I mean, just I know that's kind of morbid or graphic, but they brought closure for that family who was missing that person. So it just kind of dabble in a whole bunch of different stuff, which is what I hope we can do here down the road when we get some traction with What Drives You.
Sure. Well, that's all the questions I had for you on Heavy D.
Heavy D is a pretty cool dude. Anyway, I would check him out. Check out his old stuff on Discovery. Heavy D, Dave Sparks, if you're out there, I'm going to be back in Utah and Salt Lake pretty soon. So I would love to meet you in person, have you zoom in on the channel, meet Jayne and Ken and Stan, our co-hosts, and really just tell your story, share your story, and really find out what drives you. Deal?
For me?
For him, for anybody, yeah, to come on. So
Speak for him, but
you look excited to meet him. I don't know. It just
Heavy D, it is my life's dream. Please, please make Carl's day.
Oh, that would be good. Thank you, Jayne. All right. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining, everybody.